Welcome back to my channel for a special transit report. Today is May 18th and the new transit starts on Sunday the 21st. So I wanted to shoot an extra video for you, transit report, so that you have this information ahead of time. I always like to give it to you ahead of time before we moved into it. And hold on to your hats, folks, because we are about to have the fastest, most powerful channel in the chart defined in the upcoming transit. Okay, let's dive in. Before we go into the specifics of where the sun and the earth are, I want to make a general comment. We have been moving through the gates of the knowing circuit over the last few transits. I think it's about 4 or 5 transits. And now we're not going to have so much of the knowing circuit, but we still have a predominance of individual circuitry. So one of the gates that is highlighted is in the knowing circuit and one is not. But there are, let's see, we've got the 360 channel, the 28, the 23, the 12, and the 20 are all activated. So those are all in individual circuitry. And just remember, individual circuitry is here to be different. It's here to bring change. It doesn't fit in. It's where the evolutionary impulse of humanity runs through the chart. People who have a lot of this in their chart, as I do, tend to be kind of really out of the box people and are very creative, very intuitive. And so we've still got a lot of that happening in this upcoming transit. So on Sunday, the Earth is going to move into the gate 34 and the sun is going to move into the gate 20. So yes, we're going to have the 3420 defined for all of us, which is colloquially known as the channel of the manifesting generator. It is the fastest channel in the chart. It's extremely powerful. It goes directly from the sacral center up to the throat. It's the only channel that goes directly from the sacral to the throat. And it's very fast and it's very powerful. And a lot of people I know who are manifesting generators have this channel. I did just recently do a video that was about manifesting generators and some of the challenges that they have. And so you might want to go and check that out if you do have this defined in your chart, but also just to hear a little bit more about what I would say about this channel and some of its pitfalls, as well as some of its attributes. Let's also note that this is the final transit where we're going to have the 360 defined. It's down at the bottom of the chart. It is connecting the root center to the sacral center. I talked about this extensively in the transit report I released earlier this week. So you can go ahead and check that out if you want to hear more about that 360. But it's in the knowing circuit, and it is a place where we're sorting through all of the kind of leading edge ideas that have come in, the out of the box thinking that we've had, and deciding what is it that we want to keep and to further innovate and bring out into the world. So you can go and check that out if that interests you. Okay, let's talk about the Earth in the gate 34. Okay, so the gate 34 is known as power in traditional human design and power in quantum human design. It's just power. It is known as the most powerful gate in the chart. It's also kind of affectionately known as the busy gate. People who have this defined in their chart, and while you have this defined in your chart during the transit, are really designed to have multiple projects going on at the same time, tend to get things done really fast, are able to kind of keep all the plates spinning. I have the 34 defined in my chart, and it's one of the things that enables me to, kind of be the creator that I am, where I am just creating a lot of content all the time. And so the 34 is great for that. The thing you want to watch out for is that you can kind of spin. You can get really busy, not really doing anything or not doing the things that are important. Sometimes we can lose perspective because the power of that gate is so strong, and especially when it's connected to the 20, the power of that channel is so strong. It can just be kind of really encouraging us to move forward. We'll talk about the 20 in a minute because it helps to help mitigate that speed and that power of the 34 in a beneficial way. But just with the 34 is it can be just kind of, one of those energies that is going to manage you if you don't manage it. Okay, so you want to get some perspective on it and utilize it. One of the things you can do, knowing that this is coming up, is you can be like, wow, okay, I'm going to have this defined in my chart if it's open for like 5 days. Okay, what are all the things I want to get done during this time so that you can be focused and really be using that energy to your advantage? Because if you're not paying attention, you might just find yourself kind of speeded up, almost like you got some coffee running through you or something like that. But you're not necessarily focusing your energy in a way that's super beneficial for you. So you want to watch out for that and make sure that you're in charge. This is one of those places, and if you've been watching any of my videos for a while, you've heard me say this before, that if you don't manage the powerful energies in your human design chart, they can run over you. They can get you to do things that you just don't really believe in, or if you were thinking a little bit more, you wouldn't go that way. You wouldn't say that thing. You wouldn't say it in that situation. You wouldn't behave that way. You wouldn't be doing these things because these energies are strong. This is particularly the case if those particular energies, like the 34, are energies that our overculture, right, really values. Because in Western culture, our overculture, we are taught, speed is good, speed is better. I mean, here we are, like our attention spans have gotten so short. It's like, scrolling and, on to the next thing, getting our dopamine hits while we're doing that, right? And it's like if a website takes, 15 to 30 seconds to load, you're like, I'm out of here, I'm on to the next one. Okay, come on. Why aren't your videos or your photos loading faster? Like, we get really kind of out of control with that. And the 34 can feed that. Okay, so you want to watch out for that, because speed is not necessarily better. And it's one of the things human design really teaches us, is to learn the power of the pause, to be able to slow down a little bit and assess the situation, and to be like, okay, am I actually doing the right thing right now? Am I focused in the direction that if I really stop and think, is the direction I want to be focusing in? Or am I kind of getting distracted and moving in different direction? Or did I jump into the next shiny object because I have so much energy that I just want to go on, right? These are some of the pitfalls that people who have this defined in their chart can fall into. But any of us during this transit can have that going. So if you've got this defined in your chart, you know what I'm talking about. So you're going to have an opportunity while the earth is lighting this up to be able to ground yourself a bit more, ground that 34 a little bit more, so that it's not running you around in circles. And if it's not defined in your chart, you're going to get to have, like a pretty big energy boost. Now, the sun is going to move into the mate of the 34, which is the 20, which is here on the throat. And the 20 is called Metamorphosis in traditional human design and Patience in quantum human design. And the way that I really understand this energy is it partners with that 34, almost like the power of that pause, right? It's like, okay, I know that we want to take action. I know that we want to go, but let's just pause and make sure, is it the right situation? Is it the right time? Am I fully prepared? Is this situation ripe for whatever it is that I'm doing? And so it helps to mitigate that speed of that 34. And so if you find yourself running around in circles, you can be like, okay, sun, I want to be able to have a better handle on this 34 energy, and I want to be able to direct it at the pace and in the timing that is right for what it is that I want to do. Because let's remember, even the best project, even the best opportunity, even the best relationship, even the best idea, right? Executed or entered into at the wrong time, when it's not ripe, when you're not ready, when the situation, like in your family or your community or in the world, isn't ready, it's not going to work very well, right? You could end up using a whole lot of your own energy. You could fall flat on your face, or you could just end up exhausted. So you want to avoid that. And the 20 is really an ally for you in doing that, because it has the ability to kind of hold the power of that 34, not just squelch it, not, make it bad or wrong or anything like that, but just kind of be like, okay, we're going to hold that energy, and we're going to pause, and we're going to discern. So this is not about judging things, right? Bad, good and bad. right and wrong, that kind of thing. It's more about discerning, okay, is this the time to go or not? Because when you're able to tap into that deeper flow, right, the flow of life that I talk about, that is flowing through the solar system, it's flowing through the planet, it's flowing through you and me and all of us. When you get aligned with that, then you don't have to use anywhere near as much of your own energy with whatever it is you're engaging in life, because that flow is supporting you. And that is what you can get when you slow down and you tune in. And we're all going to be manifesting generators during this time, right? So enjoy that, right? And you can even experiment with, if you're a non-sacral being, is you can check it out and see if you start to get that or mm-mm. If you get any of that feeling, because your sacral is going to be defined, double defined actually by the 360 and by the 3420. So it's kind of interesting for projectors and manifestors and reflectors to be seeing what that feels like. But we're all going to be manifesting generators during this particular transit. And so we get to kind of experience what that's like. So I hope that you'll go and check out some of my videos about manifesting generators if you haven't already. I want to invite you to a special live event that I'm doing inside of the Becoming Sovereign Quantum Retreat Center. It's happening on Wednesday, the 24th at 12 noon Pacific time, and it is Ask Me Anything. Following up on last month's Chartathon, which is always so popular. People just love that, and I love doing it, actually. But following up on that, I know a lot of you didn't get a chance for us to talk about your chart, and I want to give you an opportunity to come and really ask me anything that you want to about your chart. So it is free. You just need to join the community and go ahead and go to upcoming events. And please do RSVP. Let me know that you're coming. If you want to ask a question, then please put your chart in the comments in the event page, so that it's going to be easy for us to find. If you can't make it live, you can submit a question ahead of time. Again, put it in the comments of the event page and let me know, and put in your chart. And I am going to prioritize the people who show up live, because that only seems fair. They're there live. But I'll do whatever I can to get to the other questions. And this is one of the wonderful ways that we really get to learn from each other. We get to see all the different charts. We get to understand how much life experience and people's particular aspirations and sense of purpose and the things that have challenged them in their life are influencing the way that they're experiencing their design. And I love to help people in that situation and help guide them to how they can really optimize the potential and the real benefit that they can get, and minimize the pitfalls. Because whatever it is that's going on in your chart, you can always do that. So the link for that will be down in the description, and I hope that you'll join us. All right, many blessings, much love.